the world knows he's just going to press forward, win or lose.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter who you are in the world. Like, you still got to prepare for it.
He's going to press forward, and sometimes he's going to press forward B. He does that a lot, man. The amount of flare blitzes you see in neutral from this guy is unbelievable, but they work, so it's hard to really say anything about
it. He starts snaring. That's when we got problems.
That's facts. So let's see what we have here. We see James's Diddy coming back. We've been seeing Chrome all night, but we're back to the Diddy. This is the same Diddy that won last week, pretty much essentially solo Diddy, except for that one Hungry Box match where he played Ike.
I mean, it's one thing to have the signature, but it's also it's a very valuable mark of a player to be able to recognize when you have better tools at your disposal and you may as well use them.
Yeah, I mean, they work. Like, it's part of the tool set, and if you have a way to make that work, then do it. And it's been so reliable with him, with this character. Like, he's got all the grinding hours in on Charizard. And if Flare Blitz is what's consistently taking stocks for you, then just keep doing it. Just keep doing it till it doesn't work. Like, that's basically it. But it worked. It worked in the last game we watched, or the last set we watched with him. It's worked in countless before when he's won these tournaments. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more of it.
Right now, just very impressed with how well Rivers is being able to hold Beast like along the platforms. Not so much controlling center stage, not so much keeping him at the ledge, but just like beating him from one side of PS2 to the other, like consistently.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of in the play or the game plan here for Rivers. So it looks like things definitely in Rivers' favor. He's got Beast just stuck on the platforms in the air, not really able to land so well. That's when you start seeing the big body of Charizard really becoming an issue.
Like, on the whole, I feel like yes, even though Beast does leverage Charizard heavier than the others, I think Ivysaur is definitely the play, at least for this stage. Because you see the way that Rivers is hyper-focusing the pressure towards the platforms and then controlling them really effectively. Well, on multiple occasions, we've seen Beast linger on Ivysaur just a little bit longer than most, so that he could pressure with down air and up air. I think that has a good amount of merit against Rivers.
I think so too. Also, I see Stu in here. Stu, you could hop in whenever, man. I'm gonna throw you in stream now.
All right, I'm just trying.
Red hot.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get my window normalized somehow because it's cutting off a little bit. There we go, and I think we should be decent now. And yeah, that's I walk in right on Beast, just up being with Zard, and somehow everything feels simultaneously all right and wrong with the world. So yeah, I guess that's Beast Zard for you, isn't it?
You came in just in time to see it at the very least. And sitting at 87% is not the worst of situations for Beast, but he does need to start putting it into high gear if he wants to try and take back this game one, because right now, it's looking like James is going to be starting the best of 5 set pretty comfortably.
Yeah, a 2-stock victory is definitely the sort of momentum setter that you want, and lest we forget, their performance at the second breakpoint actually featured on Rivers' very own stream, where it basically just swept Beast out, and beautiful item play, moving around the platform, following it up with the banana and the F smash. That is how you schmoo. Flowing like the river in game number 1. That's a 2-stock victory, Hangman.
And it was pretty convincing as well, especially right out the gate on the first stock. I was just saying this while Chris was on board, that James is very specifically focusing a lot of the play around the platforms. Not just center stage, not just the base platform itself or the ledges, because around those plats is where Diddy is the most threatening. Banana has the most active space controlled. Diddy's aerials have the most opportunity to lead into something, be it more aerials for the sake of damage or setting up Banana into a potential smash attack, which we saw in the first stock.
Exactly, and I think your assessment was right on the money, Hangman, when you were talking about what to expect from Beast. World-class goonery is exactly the way that you put it. You know that they're going to hold forward, and this is the exact character that you pick to play around that. If you know where the character is going to be, you know where this big, lumbering, gigantic, hits like a truck lizard is going to go, then I mean, what else can you do but plan for exactly that? And Rivers knew exactly what they needed to do. The end frames of the Flare Blitz coming through, and now a switch intact for Beast, as they are going to bring out shades of late Smash 4, Hangman. We are seeing Beast Fox come back into play.
All right, now I know Beast in particular is very fond of Fox, but also understandably pessimistic with the character. So I'm curious to see just how well practiced it is, and if it's up to snuff to fight against a Diddy Kong, the likes of Rivers, who's up a game on him right now.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, so at the end of Smash 4, Beast's Fox was right up there, and honestly going toe-to-toe with ZD in some of the later tournaments that the game provided. So this is one of those Foxes that we know has a little bit of heritage behind them. But yeah, as you mentioned, a little bit pessimistic about this character going into this game, and certainly the assessment of this character in the Wi-Fi era has not been the most positive towards that of the Clan McLeod, but it's at the same time, some things seem to be working out here, as Beast seems to be showing here just a little bit of improved mobility, seems to be paying dividends as they are drawing about even right then until, yeah, the landing gets called out and Rivers calls it out with the up smash.
Yeah, I like the idea of Fox in this particular matchup because you know that Beast is going to look to get a lot started with Nair. Nair itself going to be a very good tool for trying to check where Rivers wants to move around, and especially being able to potentially steal the banana, make use of the banana himself. And, you know, even if necessary, reflecting banana is a thing. It's an option that Beast has at his disposal. So, like, the tools are there. Like, the logic is there for why he picked into this. And as far as the stage is concerned, I think PS2 is going to probably be his best bet because of how well Fox can pressure those platforms. That back air on the flat, a great example of that, because it was super low committal, but highly rewarding.
Picking around that Diddy just a little bit, and this is a critical second stock, because you had the lead before, but now you don't. Oh, beautifully baited out. Rivers not reacting fast enough. Beast able to full hop out of the way, but that seems at least as much of a defensive thing as it was just any sort of, you know, reading of an option. You do not want to get caught in the throes of that monkey flip, especially around this percentage where the follow-up potential can be absolutely crucial if you DI wrong.
And not only that, but like the monkey flip itself has the potential to kill Fox, especially given how linear his recovery is. Like one solid call out from Rivers, and like a Fox illusion could just be demise.
Now, this is Beast sitting at the ledge trying to read a get up with down smash. However, Rivers timing it just a little bit too expertly for their taste. And yeah, the man from Allentown, Pennsylvania, having just a little bit of a time dealing with Rivers, sitting at 110, a lot closer than this game number 2, but it's still Beast sitting on their final stock, and the burden of proof is on them to prove that they can hang with this chimp. Spider
right
Monkey,
now,
excuse me, I'm sorry.
Like I feel like at this point, oh, hold on. I feel like if Beast doubled down on that edge guard, he would have had it. Because using the reflector was such a smart move. Forced James into a really awkward angle, but nonetheless, James is back at it again, 132 and counting. Banana even intercepting the high Fox illusion. That's just disrespectful.
I mean, this is, you know who you're talking to. You know that they're not going to afford them any sort of quarter if they can help it. Now, Diddy trying to get back up, going to get the fall off, the fallback Nair. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, Diddy actually went that deep. The bear.
Deepest. Oh my lord. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You have the jet barrels. You might as well use them. But man, you really put yourself out there, going where Eagles bear, and Diddy Kong coming out with the victory. Rivers going up 2-0 as a result, and take that and rewind it back because Rivers ran deep with that one.
Oh, that was so good too. There's such smart placement. And that's I was sort of alluding to that a little bit earlier. The idea that like Fox's linear offstage options could be disastrous for him in a lot more situations than most players would be comfortable with. Like you just outright don't have a lot of options. It doesn't matter how good you are with the character. And it looks like we are staying on this nostalgia trip because we're going into Mario next for Game 3.
I disagree with this one. I think that Mario obviously gets a lot off of combos, but I mean, if you're not winning the neutral in the first place, what are you doing aside from just getting batted around?
I think
maybe you're a little heavier, but
my number one concern with this is that like Beast isn't struggling to kill because he's not getting strong combos. Like, if there's one thing that you could always bet money on, is that Beast is going to be able to link together some hits, get some nice damage. The problem at hand is the fact that Beast can't catch up to Rivers. Like, Diddy Kong is just moving around way too freely between the reverses of the banana pull from the peanut pop gun, how well he's able to maneuver himself with Monkey Flip and the Rocket Barrel Pack. Like, Rivers is in no way impeded. So Beast standing in place, up smashing, is actually, like, as simple of a method as it is not bad, because he's just acting as a roadblock, a very dangerous roadblock in Rivers' path to movement.
Hitting now. Rivers, I mean, in full control of this set, and I mean, there cannot be enough good said about this Diddy, certainly in the face of that. And even though it was Beast drawing first blood in this in this game number 3, excuse me, gotta say, what we're seeing from Rivers has been thus far combated pretty well by this Mario, but those first 2 games, it didn't even look like it was particularly close, that game number 1. Game 2, maybe just a little bit more so, but I mean, what is it that Rivers does so well that Beast generally has had a hard time combating?
I think it's the movement. I think it's all right now just how swift Rivers' movement has been. And, like, even now, like, we're starting to see Beast catch on to these patterns, but it's still not enough. Like, he's keeping a very strong percentage lead, and he has very consistently been controlling the damage game of Game 3. But the problem is that, like, he's getting all of these hits in very brief spades whenever he manages to call out any of Rivers' movement. But otherwise, this is still very much Rivers' game as far as, like, calling where these battles are happening. Haymaker forward smash, though. He's putting Beast in the lead, and I'm starting to like these smashy callouts from Beast.
I mean, that is the essence of Beast, is it not? I mean, you go with the movement options and you have good combo potential. That's all well and good. But yeah, eventually you're going to get chased off, and eventually you will be called out mashing as well. This is the yin and the yang of No Pause Tournament's Beast. There's just no two ways about it. And as we were going down to the last stock situation, Beast sitting at 39%, just getting tagged off the stage. Rivers, I might have been looking for an angel drop there, but maybe not. Maybe missing on the Z button. What was that?
It seemed like his timing was a bit poor on getting the banana in place, and Beast seemed to have a little bit of invincibility at the ledge. That second lease on life, though, Beast could turn into bringing us into a Game 4 very quickly, because we've seen how much damage he's able to put out in these little breaths of advantage that he's occupying.
Up throw. Ooh. And yeah, combating that with the up air. Yeah, you know, Mario, I got up airs too. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, it's pretty decent. And the up smash as well, gonna tag Beast. And again, just getting batted around. The movement just a little too slick for Beast to handle. And Rivers running rampant through this bracket. They have carved a path all the way to Grand Finals, winner's side, yet again here at DNA. Take that and rewind it back. This is the last stock.
Just watch that left plat. Watch the left plat. It was so clean. Like the C-trap of the bananas.
Right through it.
Oh, so good. All right.
What else can you say?
Honestly, what I'm hoping to see is Beast collect himself if we're going to see him again. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a return of Beast in Grand Finals. But if we do, he needs to figure out what's going on. Like, going through his trio of characters, and, like, not even his modern trio of characters. Like, we went in the Wayback Machine for that one. And,
real talk, yeah.
Like, the Mario was yielding results, but I feel like that was more a merit of Beast getting very impatient and just trying the hardest callouts possible with smash attacks. I feel like he could have done the same thing with Trainer and just been more effective.